Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Love and Odd. Today I'm going to be doing a review of one of the most exciting figures I've been wanting to review for quite a while on this channel. An old figure y'all probably don't care for, but a figure of a character I love and adore and care about. 1000 Toys Hellboy. My goodness, I have been waiting, and I'm serious, waiting for quite a while. This is a big box, by the way. I mean, holy crap, almost touches the... Oh, wow. Anyways, but this is a wonderful treat. I have some things to say about this figure, good and bad about this figure, because, I mean, I'm a big fan of Hellboy, but the price point and everything I'm going to talk about in this video, you're going to know. So, right off the bat, let's just talk about the packaging, the box itself. Let's just take a look. Hellboy, that beautiful Mike Mignola. Just look at that art. I love it. I love his style. Some people... maybe it's not their taste. To me, I like this. This is fine. Good thing it's not like Frank Miller's recent ones, like from the early 2000s. No offense, no shade to Frank Miller, but his stuff from the 80s and 90s were the best. But anyways, what Mike Mignola's art, I love. And then if you look closely, right with your eyes, we got the BPRD logo right there, which I love, which is way different. It's more shinier than the box stuff because more matte. But you could see. I love how you could see that logo. I love it. And then it continues around the box. And then over here, really nothing much. And then you have a picture of the figure itself, which, my goodness, wonderful. And then you have a Hellboy. And then on the bottom, have a lot of things, which just no one really cares about. But, man, I'm excited. So, okay, cover, beautiful, by the way. I love this cover. But the box, we're not here to talk about the package. We're here to talk about what we have. So right off the bat, I want to look and see, because there's three different Hellboys. There's the standard edition. This is the regular original release, and there's the a special edition, which you get a sword and extra ears and stuff like that. And then there's the 30th anniversary where you get all that stuff with an extra shirt, but I don't care. This is the standard edition, so this is just regular, all stuff. So you got one head sculpt right there if you look closely. You have his little holster. You have his beautiful Samaritan. Mwah. And then you have his other hands right here. You only get 3 hands, and then you get a tail right there. So if you're not go crazy about accessories, that's fine. I am fine for this figure, and I'm grateful for what he is, but I do got a lot of things to say. But let's just continue. Before we got 1/12 scale action figure right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's so good. God, this is a big freaking box. Oh, okay, didn't mess it up. Anyways, when I did get it, it was a bit, but that's not the point. The point is the figure. Then we got Hellboy, and then again with the BPRD logo again. And of course, on the other side, and just more people who just think for this figure, like my goodness, a lot of people think. So if you want to pause that, big shout out to people who made this figure and made it possible, because it's a beautiful masterpiece. Well, I do have some stuff to say. For instance, the price point is outrageous, because I think the original price point when this came out, it was 150 or 130 something dollars. This one, I got it on eBay from someone, and free shipping, I only got it for like $125. I was like, not bad. If you want to get like one from like a Big Bad Toy Store, it's like the 30th anniversary, and it's like what, 50, like $150. And then the special edition, I don't know, but I know people always have the special edition or the new release, which I don't know when this figure came out. Please let me know. I do not remember, but man, I have a lot of things to look at and say, but we're just gonna start off with simple stuff. I mean, really not a lot to go on, but might as well talk about. So right off the bat, let's see. We have his tail right here, which is beautifully well done. I wish there was some extra shading. I'm not gonna be lying. That does not make sense. I'm not gonna lie with you guys, because with me, I like to be honest. I like to be very truthful about things. It looks good for what it is, because look, you do see some of those scratch marks. It's not perfect. Like, it's not so clean. It's actually looks messed up. It looks like he's been through hell. I mean, Hellboy, no pun intended. But I mean, with Hellboy, I mean, this is a very, very well done. And I'm happy that they let it be some attached where you would attach it on a little ball. But instead, I like that, so you don't have to worry about this whole figure to break. I know they're doing it McFarlane, Hellboy, and I know they're doing like what's the other places? There's the boss fight, I think. I can't remember. There's been new companies, well, old companies that's been doing it, but McFarlane, I hate McFarlane. Other companies, I'm not gonna waste my money because this whole thing is literally the most beautiful Hellboy. I'm gonna continue saying some good stuff, but some bad stuff. I'm gonna be honest. There's some good things I have to say about this figure. But next thing, we gotta look at his trigger finger hands. Oh, little paint chipping off right there. All right, his trigger finger hands for his holding his gun. So this is beautiful. Very, very well done. The shading is very nice, very simple. And if you look closely, I don't know if y'all guys can see, there's also some extra little details to make it more like just like look like he's just battle damage, you know, look like he's been through hell. Hellboy, he's, if you know the character, the many times that he gets kicked ass and then gets back up to kick more ass, it's beautiful. So with this, I love the shading. It feels like the character pops out even just by looking at the hands. I wish that they would be having extra paints, but for the paints where there are, I actually like, and it's really not that bad. There's no like spots where it looks like it needs some, but to make it more comic book like, but I know, maybe something like the NECAs, because these look like they came out of the Mirage comics. But for what Hellboy is, it's beautiful, and I like, but some things I gotta say. Next up, his relax, calm hand. I mean, just pretty good. Again, a nice extra details on the palm. Even like what they did on here, because they didn't have to add extra details, but they did, and wasted time and thought, no, we want these good for our customers, and we want these to be nice and beautifully well done. Which again, these are very well done with the sculpt and shading. And again, it looks like he's been through hell. I mean, god damn. Just battle damage, just look like he's scratch marks and all that. Beautiful. I like that. That's wonderful. No customizations needed except for little outfits. But for hands and accessories, you do not have to do anything. This is already just beautiful. So next up, we have another hand that's just, well, more grabby. Look like he's about to like do some attack or something. Just making sure. I don't know. You only get just 3 hands. Because the right hand of doom, I mean, good God, we're going to talk about that. Next up, I do have to say, his Samaritan and his holster and his extra head, which we're going to talk about. So let's start off with the Samaritan. A beautiful, beautiful representation, and they brought it to life from comic book into a figure form, which I love. So looks pretty good. Maybe some people are used to the Del Toro movies or the way that they do his guns in the movies, or even, I think, cartoons. I don't know. But I know there's some animated movies, which I've seen. But the thing is, beautifully well done. Looks pretty good. Looks perfect, but not perfect. Let me say that. I'm not saying a bad thing. I mean, like, it looks like real iron, just weathered, messed up, just looking closely. I like that. I wish they did some like extra details, like a black line work around the, look what they did with the hands. But I mean, I'm still fine with it. I do not mind if it looks this clean. It looks pretty good. And of course, his handle is just brown, really nothing much to talk about. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, well done. And to fit in it, let's see if we could, hold on. Oh, my hands are a bit slippery. I apologize. It's taken a while just because my hands are slippery. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Perfect. See, there we go. But we are going to want to take that out. So, because the holster, next thing I want to talk about, and another thing I want to warn. So it's on a little ball, just on a little ball peg. I've heard some people broken their holster, but now that's what I'm going to tell you and let you know. Holster looks pretty good, but it doesn't look very. Hold on. Does not look very accurate to what they showed here. Look how extra detailed and look how it is. It looks good for what they've done. It looks good, but it doesn't look very accurate to what it looks like. I'm not saying it looks bad for what it is, but I wish anytime I wanted a comic book action figure, I want it to be the most perfect representation. But I know sometimes it's impossible. But for what it is, for like this holster, and I know, I just want to be honest. I know you could probably say, oh, he's nitpicking a lot. That's why I do reviews. I'm honest, and I gotta tell the truth on how I feel. But I mean, this looks pretty good, but people think, oh, you gotta like open it right here. You gotta open it right there. No. It's glued right here. If you look close, I'm gonna open gently, just in case. It's connected with 3 little things attached, glued on, but you guys can see that. Yeah. So be careful, because you could put it in the holster very well, but you just got to be careful and not mess that up. So don't try to pull it off right here. No. Just take it up, pick it up right there, and then you could be able to put his gun in the holster, and then you're okay. So final thing, well, actually, since I was going to talk about the head sculpt, hold on, because I wanted to talk about the head sculpt while we looked at the figure. But the head sculpt right here, this one I like. Of course, he doesn't have his ears, which you could just switch them on, but I wish that they had their own separate ears to begin with. But, of course, if you look closely, they're way more different. It's like a puzzle, so you want to make sure to put the right pieces together. So it's not bad, so you don't have to worry about getting mixed up, because they have a certain way you have to put them, and which is good. So left and right, completely different. And the way his head sculpt looks, beautiful. I love that little stash right there. We got wonderful sideburns, him just being bald. I've always loved that. And then he has a little man bun, which the only person who looks cool with the man bun is Hellboy himself. And then his eyes, really nothing has to be changed with his head sculpt. I love the way he looks. Maybe some people say, oh, what about extra details? Because they did say extra details for like hands, yes. But for what it is, for how it is and how it looks and how it's sculpted and how it has, I like it. It looks like he just comes just ripped out of the comic, straight out of the comic. And that's how he looks, and I love that. There really has to be no like complaints there. He looks like he always has like gorilla build. I mean, just he's a bulky character, tall, and now we have the man himself. Let's move this out of the way actually before I continue, because this man he always has a funny build. Hellboy, I mean, he's basically a demon, but a person who believes in God and kicks monsters' asses. And just the concept of Hellboy, I find it hilarious and I love it. And that's why I've always loved this character so much. So let's continue looking at this character as a whole, because this figure, I have good things and bad things to say. And then at the end, I'm going to put all of his accessories on. But what I want to talk about is just the way he looks. Now, there's no extra details on the jacket, which I'm fine with. You don't have to do that with cloth. Just cloth goods, just leave it the way it is. But unfortunately with mine, it looks like it's going to be ripped off. This is completely new, by the way. Like, I played around with this, and it was like this when I taken out of the box. So maybe I'll find like a custom jacket for him if this jacket messes up and breaks off and slowly gets loose. Because if you look closely, you see some strings like just coming off, see? But no stitches are really messed up and nothing I see that looks wrong. But it's just right there, even like, come on, like near his little logo where it's supposed to be. Really how it's supposed to be. But it's not a big deal because it doesn't look like it's gonna fall apart. But when you look closely, I'm a bit scared. But the point is, we're gonna talk about that later. But for character-wise, the way he looks, he's tall. So no matter who you like stand him up with, he's gonna be tall to begin with. Hold on. There we go. So, for instance, a Ninja Turtle, he's gonna be tall either way. So with many other characters, you're gonna be standing with him. It doesn't really matter because Hellboy is a tall character. So he's gonna fit well with your Marvel Legends, your Mayfix, McFarlane Toys. He's gonna fit well with your Figmas. I mean, many good figures he's gonna fit well with. I mean, just looking at this character, man, it's beautiful. It's just very much beautiful. I know NECA, they've done a figure, but I was like, with the NECA one, it's like, and the McFarlane one, I'm like, and then with the Boss Fight, I think, right? Boss Fight Studios, I think they're doing a new one, but I don't care. This, I have a lot of things to say, good and bad, but for what it is with the jacket and for the accessories, it's good. It's good. It's good for the stars, but that still doesn't mean I'm going to give it a perfect rating until the end because I do have like wonderful things to say. But first, before I continue, you could also take off his jacket if you want. And it's very simple how to take this off. It's easy, so I'm going to show you. So anytime you take this off, you got to be careful because right here, it's on a little ball hinge. And you hear that? That's just how it sounds like. That's how it's supposed to be. Which I thought, I was like, oh, did I ruin it? But I was like, no, it's just how it is. There we go. Okay. Now it's more better. Loosen up more. All right. So, point is, there's a little ball hinge right here. Little ball hinge right here that you could just move. And then right here, you could connect where his arm is. But be careful. Do not, like, try to pull it off, like, right here. All right? Because I thought it was like that. But no, I looked closely, and you're supposed to pull it off right here. And then when you have his arm, you could just switch this around any way you like it. So I could have a different pose with this Hellboy. But and then there you go. Snaps on. Very nice, very easy, smooth, pretty good. It took me a while to take this his arm off because not his arm, his hand off because it was very tight, but the more you play around with it, the more loose and the more better it's going to be. So, again, just to let anyone know who wants to get this figure, I just want to let y'all know. So, continuing on. Now we could look at his full body. Since we got the arm out of the way, we're going to look later on with the articulations. But for what he is, for what he looks like, for how he is, it's a wonderful, wonderful representation how they bring this character to life. Because he has a weird build. He doesn't have no shoulders. He has small little legs. Big body, torso. Big freaking hand. I mean, there are just so many weird things about Hellboy. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Hold on, folks. I just noticed, because I just dropped a little accessory. What the heck? There we go. Holy crap. What the... I am sorry. I did not know. When the heck did this even fall? My apologies. So, I just found it. My apologies. I was going to have to stop that video, but no. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not even good at editing, so who gives a shit? We're balling with this, guys. We're improvising. We're improvising. So, the ears, I'm going to take those off. The horns, I mean, not the ears. I mean, he already has ears. So, like I said, it's like a little puzzle. With mine, with the other ones, his face looks, it's a bit more dirty and a bit more messed up. And I don't think that's supposed to be there. And I looked on the box, and it's not supposed to be there. Because, if you look closely, wait. A little black smudge. Like, everything, he's so nice and clean already. But then there's, like, this little smudge on him. I thought it was, like, his face. his facial hair, but no, it's just right there, right next to it. But it doesn't really matter. I do like this head sculpt. It's not bad. I'm still gonna use it either way. But with this one, I like way more. I like when my characters have a bit more expression. And I mean, we're not like a lot of difference. Well, a bit, because you see closely, his eyes are a bit more wide open. His eyes look a bit more mad. You see that, guys? Like completely different. Now I do like a little comparison. Or unless I'm just going crazy and it's just a little smile. No, no, no. My apologies. My apologies. Let me say it again. Never mind, never mind. It's just the way he looks and then maybe the angle I had him. But I do like this head sculpt way more. So I'm going to put this on. And of course, with his little tiny horns, with the standard edition. Okay, see, you got the right one. Fits perfectly. Then we have left. Oh. There we go. My apologies. It took me a while because it's so weird just doing it on camera and facing it forward instead of me just doing it right there like that. But I want y'all to see the process. But anyways, you see, you get the shtick. And it looks pretty seamless. It looks like you barely do notice anything. But for what it is, I do like it. And it's the head sculpt I'm going to be using the whole time. So, and also, it's a very weird way, before I continue, it's a very weird way they have the head. Because there's no ball or anything. I mean, I guess it is. Kind of looks like it. Yeah, there is. But this, he just has like this big little opening hole, which I'm fine with. Because it gets the job done. It snaps on very easily. And fits pretty well. So, it's a good sculpt. Because around the chest area and around the whole body, there's good, beautiful, a lot of details to talk about. So let's just talk about his pants, his shorts, his legs, his little shoes. I mean, look at that. That's adorable. But, I mean, he doesn't even wear shoes because his toes are out. You got them dogs out, Hellboy. I don't know. They change it so many times. They don't have the balls to do it in these live-action movies to give him his tiny little toes, so they got to use the boots. But, anyways, then you have his little, look at those. Little knees, little tiny shorts. Again, a weird build of Hellboy. But I love the details around here because there's so many details around this little area. You have this little cross right here, and it's actually on a little metal chain. Not a metal chain, on a plastic chain. Whatever. It's on a little chain. Who cares? And then you got a horseshoe right there. And of course, you got little pouches right there. More other little pouches. And yeah, and then of course, when you have your holster put together later on, what I'm going to do, of course, you put it right there. And right here, you got the BPRD logo. So, I like the way it looks. Looks very nice. A good shading all around, even around like that, the big hand. I mean, we're going to talk about this hand later on, the right hand of Doom. But right now, we're here to just look and admire the way and the details he looks. Because very weird body. I mean, his arms are skinny, but he's muscular. Skinny, but big freaking hand. I mean, like, big freaking hand. I mean, good God, how would you be living like that? But Hellboy, what a badass. So, let's talk about articulations, movements, posability, because it's an action figure, all right? Action, articulation, that's not McFarlane, but Jack's Pacific, NECA, Figma, some SH Figure Arts, Gong Studios. I mean, they have some wonderful figures. 1000 Toys, again, they pose very well. I know they're making a new Master Chief from Halo this year, but I would love to get that. But I don't know. This is probably going to be like my 1000 Toys only, but I don't know. I would love to pick up more of their toys to do more reviews. But he has a lot of character to him. and I like him. I like the way he looks, but let's continue on with the posability, because head-wise, you turn it around, pretty good. Left, right, pretty good. And then let's just have him looking straight ahead. Hold on. Gonna make sure his whole body is staying straight. So, okay. So, pretty good, but up, very decent, not the best, but it's decent. Down, oh. Again, he has like very squeaky. I was like a little ratchet or something. So we're gonna talk about later. But for posability, his head joints, his ball joints, all of the joints, at the end of the day, move pretty well. But side to side, pretty good. Up and down, wonderful. T-pose, be careful, because I'm gonna show you. If you do the T-pose too much, you're gonna pop out the arm, and I'm gonna show you how to put that back, because I thought, oh no, I accidentally ruined it, but that's okay. So if you look closely, you get double jointed on the arm, double jointed, and you get a swivel right here, and I'm pretty sure you get like a, yeah. So, and a little hinge that you could just move around up and down, left and right if you want to. So it's pretty good. And over here, you got the same thing as what they had, just like this little open, not even like a little hole or anything, just this little opening. Looks like a cereal bowl, basically, if you think about it. But double jointed, well, single jointed, I apologize. I would say double jointed technically, because you got this posability right here, which helps out more, and then you also have this little ball joint right there that could also help you out. But hands as well, pretty good. Let's just have them together. Hello. And then separate, smack the heck out of you. And then, there we go. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Now, for how it is, you got three little hinges around the finger. Yeah, hold on. One. I guess, yeah, because you got 1, 2, yeah. You got 3 little places you could just move around with the fingers. So they move pretty well, pretty decent. And I love the way that they are. I don't think you could done like sculpted hands. I would have been fine, but this is so much better. And when you have his hands just looking like that when he's just standing, looks so like holy crap. But anyways, if you were curious how to put these back on, it's easy. See, just like how it is with the neck joints. Hold on. What you want to do? Start off like this. And then you would hear a snap. There you go. There you go. So you don't got to worry about anything. Oh. So same thing. Point it up like that. So you could. There you go. Snapped on. And there you go. So I would say, oh man, these toys, that's not supposed to happen. But at the same time, I'm like, well, at least you could put them back together. McFarlane Toys, half the time, you can't even do that. SH Figure Arts, half the time, you can't even do that. So, even though SH Figure Arts is good, but sometimes it could be a hit or miss. But what I'm just trying to say is, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, let's continue on about his posability, because there's still more to say about this character. Now, of course, like I said, T-pose, we dealt with that, and I've showed you how the arms are. Now, this more rubbery piece, so you get more good flexibility. But you hear that hinge? Yeah. We pull his body, it goes very far, so you'll get like some dynamic poses, but it looks so weird because it's very gappy. And just look at that, you just see that ball, and then down. Of course, when you have his jacket on, you're not gonna notice, but you know, it looks weird, but it does get the job done. So I'd rather have this for posability more than just, oh hey, let's just make the torso look weird. No, this is way better. Just a rubber part, I'm fine with, completely fine with. Like I said, it doesn't stop with the posability, so as long as it doesn't stop the posability and the articulation, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that, and I love that. So yeah, so the way he is, not bad, not bad. So let's continue on. Splits, pretty good. Way better than some of your Marvel Legends. I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's just actually surprising. And then swivel. You could do a rotation. So not bad. So pretty good, pretty good. Double jointed on the knees. So pretty good. Now this is a little nitpick. I wish this was black right here so it can match his little, what are these? Are these supposed to be I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but I know people back in the West, they would used to wear, but I can't remember. But with his little shoes, we're just called with his feet. I wish they just had this part black so that it would match the way it looks. Cause I mean, look, it looks clean right there. You don't see nothing. But then when the front looks weird, so I wish they would be able to make a little match and fix that. But I mean, it's not the most big detail. It's not like the worst thing ever. I'm fine. I don't really care. It's just some things I noticed and wanted to talk about. But yeah, the way he feels and moves, beautiful. So right off the bat, I want to put his tail, this little ball right here. This, you want to just, all right, hold on. There we go. There we go. So pretty nice. You can move it if you want to, but be careful just in case, because sometimes this could pop off, but then you could just pop it back on very easily. So at the end of the day, it really does not matter. So very nice, very nice. And now the next up thing I want to do, of course, there. Put his gun right there. Now this part around the belt, also rubbery, so you'll not have to worry. There we go. Now, this, I don't know if I'm going to have Hellboy with his jacket, most likely, but I'm just a bit worried if this, time by time, it would just fall apart. But for what it is, still pretty good. Now, I'm going to also warn you guys, because this it's difficult sometimes. Switching out his hands, be careful. You would want to like maybe loosen this up. If you have like a little knife or something, make sure you loosen up these holes, because good God, it's a struggle to take care of those. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with that. Y'all, I already have all the things I've said. Did have some complaints, but I mean, for instance, the price point is outrageous. But I found it for a good price, lower than how it originally is. And then you have what else? Some special edition, which again, why are we still doing that? I feel like it should just have all the accessories inside of it, with his sword, with the, like, extra horns. I mean, come on now. Come on. But I'm fine for what he has. I don't care. I love all the accessories that he comes with, and the way the figure looks in general, very beautiful. And people at 1000 Studios, 1000 Toys, not 1000 Studios, probably that's right. Anyways, I don't know much about the company, but I love what they've done, and I would love to get more of their figures if y'all would be more interested me doing any other reviews. But My goodness, this is a wonderful Hellboy. And if I gotta say, if you have a kid that loves Hellboy, parents, I would recommend getting this for them. If you have a teen that loves Hellboy, boy, girl, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They will love this. If you have a friend, male, female, it doesn't even matter about who, because if anyone who loves Hellboy, anyone who loves action figures, this would open eyes to many men and women, boys and girls. A lot of people would love this figure because I love this figure for what it is. This figure moves pretty well, and if you want a definitive Hellboy for your loved ones or for your friends and family, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering a bit, but I'm just appreciating this thing because I'm so surprised because this is the definitive Hellboy. This is the definitive Hellboy. I don't care. You guys could argue with me in the comments. I don't care. This is a beautiful Hellboy. So I'm going to be completely honest. I do have some of my problems, but I'm fine with them. I'm giving this Hellboy a 9 out of 10. I'm being serious. A 9 out of 10 for this figure. Well, I will make him like a 10 out of 10 or a 9.5, but the price point is already outrageous enough. And I know some people can't afford that, and some people don't want to waste their time for that much money. If you want to get something cheaper, be my guest. But this is literally beautiful, really good, wonderful quality for what it is. This whole figure is just beautiful, well done, and I love it. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. If y'all like to watch this video, like and subscribe if y'all want to. I don't care if y'all don't like this video. That's fine. I know. That's okay. No worries. But I want to give my honest opinion, and that's my honest opinion. It's a 9 out of 10. What can I say? I like to be honest with the people and give them the best recommendation. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Whatever you are in this big crazy world, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful morning, a wonderful night, a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful life, and I hope the best for y'all guys, and I will see y'all guys another time. Goodbye.